First to cover breaking news with Jennifer Copeland and Rick Schutt. Your accurate first alert weather forecast with meteorologist Abby Wepler. You're watching WSBT 22 News at 5.
It's been a hot topic in River Park, the location of a proposed new fire station. A business owner has got to weigh in publicly for the first time today. WSBT 22's Hillary Paulo is here now. And Hillary, what did they say?
Well, they have different views about where that new station should be built, but there's one thing they all agree on.
Anchored. I mean, people continue to stay, perhaps pass the properties on to the generations.
Mike Michalski's looked out his 31st Street window for 35 years. He says what he sees he'd like to keep, including the open space at Potawatomi Park. He's against a proposal by South Bend to relocate an aging firehouse on Mishawaka Avenue to Potawatomi Park.
It's that sacred ground that was designated for community green space that you just don't cut up and slice away like pieces of pie. And, you know, okay, the fire department gets a little today, tomorrow what happens?
South Bend's fire chief met with the River Park Business Association. It's a meeting business owner David Newfer says is vital.
I think there needs to be some more public input to make sure the public fully understands all the advantages that we will have with this new station. His family-owned sign store and laundromat have stood on the avenue for more than 3 decades. He says making room for the fire station at the park leaves other properties for tax-paying businesses like his. And we have to keep funding in mind and not overspend and buy a bunch of commercial property, take that commercial property off the tax rolls, so now there's income loss from the city from loss of building tax revenue. Options is what all parties seem to want.
That's what I think needs to be investigated, is other options, because again, once you lose green space, a park property like that, public land that has been designated, I don't think you get it back.
Project officials say the site would allow for station upgrades, including housing and an ambulance on the east side of South Bend. Having a room for a boat crew there would also cut down on response times. All these topics and more will be continued to be discussed. There's another public meeting planned next week. Rick, we have more about that on our WSBT 22 mobile app.
Hillary,